Welcome to Exams Daily, and in this video I am going to share you UPSC CAPF syllabus and examination pattern. CAPF Central Armed Police Force, and they are recruiting candidates for BIS, SSB, CRPF and likewise postings for higher level postings. This examination is conducted by UPSC, and I am just going to share you detailed syllabus and examination pattern. And before examination pattern, it comprises of 3 rounds. So this examination comprises of 3 rounds. At first round, it is paper based examination. So once you have completed paper based examination, you are eligible for PET examination, physical test, and then once you have completed PET examination, you are called for interview. So interview is for 150 marks. So this examination comprises of 3 rounds, paper 1 and then PET examination, physical test and then interview. So for paper based examination, it consists of 2 rounds. So paper 1 and paper 2. So paper 1 and paper 2. So for paper 1, it will be conducted in morning session, and paper 2 will be you are going to write in afternoon. So it will be conducted in 2 sessions, morning session and afternoon session. Part 1 will be held in morning session and part 2 will held in afternoon session. So those who have completed this part 1 examination with minimum qualification mark, then they will correct your paper 2 examination paper. So those who are completed this paper 1 with minimum qualification, only they will correct paper 2 examination paper. So otherwise they will skip your paper. And those who have completed paper 1 and paper 2 of examination, you are eligible for physical test. So once you have completed PET test, you are called for interview and it is for 150 marks. And this is the examination pattern for CAPF. And then the important thing is the mode of examination is only it will conducted via offline mode. There is no online mode for this examination. It conducts only via offline mode. And the time duration for this examination is 5 hours. And the total number of papers is 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. And then language of the question paper is part 1 is in Hindi and English, and part 2 is only on English. So this is the language for question paper. And for question type, paper 1 will be objective type, so it is in the format of MCQs, and part 2 will be subjective, that is descriptive type paper. And the total mark for this examination is 415 marks. And there is negative marking for this examination, and there is 1/3 marks will be reduced for every wrong answer in paper 1. And for interview, I already said that it comprises for 150 marks. So once you have completed paper 1 examination, you are eligible for PET examination and then interview. And this is the full examination pattern for CAPF examination. So I already said that it consists of 3 rounds, round 1, round 2 and round 3. So this examination pattern is for round 1 examination. So for round 1, it comprises of paper 1 and paper 2. So paper 1 topic is general ability and intelligence, and paper 2 is general studies, essay and comprehension. And general intelligence and ability comprises of 250 marks, and it will be conducted for 2 hours. And general studies, essay, comprehension, it comprises of 200 marks, and the exam duration is 3 hours. And totally you are going to write this examination for 450 marks and for 5 hours. And this is the examination pattern for round 1. And then I had already said that round 1 comprises of 2 sections, paper 1 and paper 2, and this is the detailed pattern for paper 1, and it is objective type questions for the topic of general ability and intelligence. It will be conducted for 2 hours, and the question type is in MCQ format, multiple choice question, and the total questions for this examination is 125. 125 questions for this part 1 examination, and total mark is 250. And the question paper language is Hindi and language. So you can choose your preferred language here. You can either choose Hindi or English. And this is the examination pattern for part 1. And for part 2, it is general studies, essay and comprehension, and it is a descriptive type question. So it is you're going to write this examination for descriptive type, and the time duration for this examination is 3 hours. So totally you are going to write this examination for 3 hours, and the question type is descriptive type, and total number of questions asked from this topic is totally 7 questions, and total mark is 200. And I had already said that it comprises negative marks. 1/3 marks will be deducted from every incorrect response, and this is the pattern for part 2 of examination. And then I'm just going to share you full detailed syllabus for paper 1. So for paper 1, the first topic is general mental ability. So for general mental ability, it comprises 3 topics. So first one is quantitative aptitude, data interpretation, logical reasoning, and numerical ability. So quantitative aptitude is nothing but we had already known that LCM, HCF, percentage problems, and problems on ages, simplification, and then mensuration, trigonometry, so algebra. So likewise topics are comes under quantitative aptitude. And for data interpretation, so it is like a pie chart, bar chart, line chart. So they will give questions based on that pie chart or any other charts. So you want to answer for questions given below the chart, and this is the pattern for data interpretation. And then logical reasoning, so it comprises of topics like analogies, reasoning, coding and decoding, Venn diagram, syllogism. So likewise topics that comes under reasoning are all in this general mental ability topic. And then general science, it comprises of topics like environmental science. So you had studied this environmental science topic in your degree level and also in your school level. So environmental science, so like air pollution, water pollution, so pollution management, pollution control, so on more and more topics that comes under environmental science. And then information technology, so up to date about ICT is very important for this, and general awareness in general science, and then scientific temper and biotechnology, and these are the topics that comes under general science. And then current events, so current events is important for every examination. So CA, so in our channel we are daily uploading CA, so do follow our CA video to get updated, and it is very useful for your competitive examination. So current events mainly not only in our national level, also international level news are very important. So international level news like if any memorandums are signed in between our India and any other countries, so like this information. So or else so now we had already seen that military exercise campaign which is by SEO that comes under Russia. So India due to this COVID pandemic situation, they had fed up with that military exercise. So this news is very important. So what is the military exercise which is conducted by Russia? So that name is Kavaska 2020. So India fed up due to COVID-19 situation. So likewise information, and then information regarding that many organizations like BRICS, and then Asian, Group 20, Group 7, so like information, they held some meetings, so that comes under environmental meeting, and then foreign ministers meeting. So likewise meetings, also where did they held that meetings? So like that information you want to collect for this current events. So important in culture, arts, industry, globalization, sports, business, literature, and these are the topics for current events. And then for Indian polity and economy, it comprises of topics like Indian political system, security issues, social systems and public administration, economic development in India, and human rights. And these are the topics that comes under Indian polity and economy. And then Indian history, and the topics for this is economic, social and political aspects of Indian history, and then freedom movement and areas of growth of nationalism. And these are the topics for Indian history. And for Indian and world geography, so you want to know more about not only India and also pertaining to the world. The topics comes under this are social, economic and physical aspects of geography pertaining to India and to the world. And these are the topic for this Indian and world geography. And I'm just going to share you paper 2 syllabus, detailed syllabus. So paper 2 also comprises of two parts, part A and part B. So part B is for 80 marks and part A is for 80 marks and part B is for 120 marks, and this is the pattern for paper 2 examination. So for paper part A examination, the language for this is you can either choose English or Hindi, and the topics for this part A is modern Indian history. So modern Indian history such as geography, polity and economy, and then freedom struggle, and then human right issues. And this is for part A. It comprises for 80 marks. And then for part B, it is for 120 marks. It is only you are going to write this examination in English only. So the topic is also English and comprehension. So the topics are comprehension passages, developing counter arguments, simple grammar, precise writing and language skills, and these are the topics that comes under part B for 120 marks. So once you have completed part 1 examination, you are eligible for part 2 examination. So once you got minimum qualification mark in part 1, you are eligible for correction of paper for part 2. So once you had failed in part 1 examination, they won't correct your part 2 paper. So for PET examination, you are called based on your paper 1 and paper 2 examination. So and then I'm just going to share you physical standard, physical efficiency test and medical standard test related information. So for physical efficiency test, first is 100-meter race. For male, you want to complete it in 16 seconds and female in 18 seconds. And 800-meter race, for male, you want to complete it in 3 minutes 45 seconds, and for female, you want to complete it in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. And then next, it is long jump. So you want to jump for 3.5 meters, and they will provide you 3 chances. And for long jump for female, you want to jump 3 meters, and they will provide you 3 chances. And then shot put, it is 7.26 kgs, and for male only, it is not for female candidates. So for male candidates, you want to put for 4.5 meters, and this is for physical efficiency test. And they will conduct a medical test too in this round. So once you have completed this physical efficiency test, you are eligible for interview by personality test, and this examination is for 150 marks. So and this examination is for 150 marks. So once you have completed this interview by personality test, you are called for final selection. So this final selection is based on marks you have obtained in your written examination and in interview. So only these two are considered for final selection by merit list. And that's it. This is the full pattern for CAPF examination, and I hope it is useful for your further examination. And do follow our channel and subscribe our channel for more and more videos. And thanks for watching.